Now let me ask you the gloom and doom question. What is it that could derail this 2020 season for the Indians? The thing that maybe, boy, if this happens, maybe that's not a lock to make the playoffs.
Well, it's the coronavirus. It's what Terry Francona has been talking about since we sort of started coming back to the park. Is the one thing that's going to separate the team that wins at the end is who's going to be the club that gets their guys, gets the most guys, and gets all their important key guys through the end of the season healthy. If the Indians can do that, if they can maintain all their social distancing and wear masks and sanitize their hands and make sure that Frankie Lindor doesn't catch the virus and Shane Bieber doesn't catch the virus, I think they've got as good a chance of any of, contending for the AL Central. Obviously, the Twins' offense is a juggernaut, but that could happen. They could make it into the playoffs, and with the Indians starting rotation in a short 3-game series, you got to like their chances to be able to advance.
Fair enough. The other thing is in a short season, an offense can go cold. You want to be built more on. It's more likely an offense would go cold on a short season than a pitching staff. 1 through 5 would go cold.
Well, I think Tito is two things, and one is good, and one might be bad in a shortened season. One is that he will work it, right? The idea of like this bigger bullpen, it feels like there's a lot of options in the bullpen, but maybe not a million sure things. You've seen the way that he's managed the bullpen in the past in the playoffs. You can see him kind of keeping that together with masking tape, right? That I like the idea of enough options, and Terry Francona, he can patch that together. The other defining characteristic about Terry Francona is his loyalty. And if you are too loyal to the wrong players who start cold, the season will be over before they have a chance to heat up again. He is a guy who has stuck with players, and sometimes it does pay off. You can't act like his loyalty is a bad thing all the time, but you also can't act like the loyalty is a good thing 100% of the time. So as much as I've talked about, boy, what if Ramirez and Lindor and a bunch of guys are hot right away? It's also, you know what, if there's a guy or two in that lineup who just is ice cold for the first 2 weeks, man, like the season is gonna get old quick. So will Terry Francona be able to maybe pull a plug on a guy and get somebody else in that lineup, try something different? When, you look at what he did with Jason Kipnis and guys like that. He's so loyal, and sometimes it's rewarded, but I don't know if you can be as loyal when the season's only 2 months long.